Hello, in this lecture we will find the value of 2 times AP, or the size of 2 times AP. Actually, in the picture we have a triangle ABC. AB equals to 90 units, side AC of the triangle ABC equals to 70 units, and side CB of the triangle equals to 50 units. And you can see also circle. The center of the circle is point P, and point P is situated inside AB of the triangle. And actually we have 2 tangents to the circle. The first tangent to the circle is side AC. Side AC is tangent to the circle at point, we will call that point point O. Again, side AC of the triangle is tangent to this circle at point O, and side CB of the triangle is tangent to this circle at point, we will call that point point E. Okay, this point, or the touching point between side CB of the triangle and the circle is point E. Point E, side CB is tangent to the circle at point E, and side AC is tangent to the circle at point O. Again, the touching point of side AC of the triangle with the circle is point O. In the next step, we will connect together points O and P by a straight line. Actually, line PO is actually the radius of the circle. I will call it R, abbreviation for radius. It is the radius of the circle because it exits from the center of the circle and ends at point O on the circle, and this is exactly the definition of radius. Any radius of a circle exits from the center of the circle and ends in any point on the circle. Okay, this is the definition of the radius. So OP is the radius of the circle, and we will also connect points E and P together by a straight line. So line PE is also the radius of the circle. I will mark it as R because it exits from the center of the circle and ends at a point E on the circle. So it is also the radius of this circle. Actually, we have 2 radiuses of the circle in the picture, and we have a rule that states that in any circle a radius of the circle and a tangent to that radius are perpendicular to each other. Okay, I will write it down. So rule number 1 states that in any circle a radius and the tangent to that radius are perpendicular to each other. So I will read rule number 1 again. In any circle, a radius and the tangent to that radius are perpendicular to each other. So if we have a radius of the circle, I will call it R, and we have also a tangent to that radius, I will call it E, T. So a radius and the tangent to that radius are perpendicular to each other. R is perpendicular to T, so this angle is 90 degrees and this angle is also 90 degrees. Okay, again, in any circle, a radius and the tangent to that radius are perpendicular to each other. So we will implement this rule in our circle. As you can see in the picture, we have radius PO and a tangent to that radius, and according to rule number 1, they must be perpendicular to each other. So angle POA will be equal to 90 degrees because the radius is perpendicular to side AC of the circle, that is, side AC of the circle is also the tangent to this circle. So a radius and the tangent to that radius are perpendicular to each other, and for that reason angle POA equals to 90 degrees and also angle POC is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, again we have radius PO and tangent to that radius. AC is tangent to that radius. For that reason, according to rule number 1, they are perpendicular to each other. This is to say angle P, that is to say angle POC equals to 90 degrees and also angle POA equals to 90 degrees, because this is the definition of something that is perpendicular to other thing. Because of the fact that are perpendicular to AC, then the meaning of that is that angle POA equals to 90 degrees, and also angle POC is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, and we can implement the rule number 1 also on this radius, because this radius PE, is perpendicular to the tangent to the circle, to CB that is tangent to the radius. For that reason, because we have radius and the tangent to this radius, we can deduce according to rule number 1 that they are perpendicular to each other. That is to say, angle PEC equals to 90 degrees, and also angle PEB equals to 90 degrees, because of the fact that the radius is perpendicular to the tangent to the radius. That is to say, the angle between the radius and the tangent to that radius is equal to 90 degrees. That is to say, PEB equals to 90 degrees and PEC equals to 90 degrees. Okay, so we actually created the right triangle, because APO is right triangle because one of its angles is 90 degrees. Angle POA of triangle AOP is 90 degrees. For that reason, therefore, triangle AOP is a right triangle. And the same thing we can say about triangle PEB, because of the fact that angle PEB of triangle PEB equals to 90 degrees, we can deduce that triangle PEB is a right triangle. Okay, so we actually created here two right triangles. Okay, and then in the next step, we will draw from point C perpendicular to side AB of the triangle. So from point C, we will draw perpendicular to side AB of the triangle, and we will call to the touching point between the perpendicular and side AB of the triangle a capital M. Okay, so CM is perpendicular to side AB of the triangle, and we can deduce from that angle CMB equals to 90 degrees, and also angle CMA equals to 90 degrees, because that is the definition that one line is perpendicular to the other line. The meaning of it is that the angle between those two lines equals to 90 degrees. That is to say, CMB equals to 90 degrees, and also CMA, angle CMA equals to 90 degrees. Again, CM is perpendicular to side AB of the triangle, and for that reason angle CMB equals to 90 degrees, and also angle CMA equals to 90 degrees. So by drawing that perpendicular to side AB, we actually created two more right triangles, because of the fact that angle CMB equals to 90 degrees, we can deduce that also triangle CMB is a right triangle because it has one angle that equals to 90 degrees, and for that same reason we can deduce the triangle CMA is also a right triangle because it has angle CMA that equals to 90 degrees, and for that reason triangle CMA is a right triangle. So we created two triangles that are two more triangles that are right triangles. Triangle CMA is a right triangle and triangle CMB is a right triangle. So in total we actually created four right triangles. Triangle AOP, the first triangle, that is right triangle. Triangle ACM is a right triangle. It is the second triangle. And triangle CMB is a right triangle. It is the third triangle. And also triangle BEP is a right triangle. This is the fourth triangle that we created, right triangle. Okay, so we have here four right triangles. In the next step, we will define angle CAB as alpha. Okay, angle CAB or angle BAC or angle PAC equals to alpha. And we will also define angle CBM or ABC. It is the same as beta. Okay, angle ABC is beta, or we can see that angle CBA, it is the same angle, is beta. Angle CBA defined as beta and angle CAB defined as angle alpha. Okay. In the next step, we will focus on two right triangles. The first right triangle will be the right triangle AOP. As I already told you, it is a right triangle because it has one angle. This angle is equals to 90 degrees. So we will focus on triangle AOP. And also we will focus on triangle ACM. ACM, that is a right triangle. Triangle ACM is a right triangle. This is the second right triangle that we will focus. ACM, the right triangle ACM, and the right triangle AOP. So in triangle AOP, sinus alpha equals sinus alpha is defined as the ratio between the side of the triangle that is in front of angle alpha divided by the hypotenuse of the triangle. So it will be, sinus alpha will be OP, the side that is in front of angle alpha is OP, divided by the hypotenuse of triangle AOP. So as you can see here, side AO of triangle AOP is perpendicular to side OP, so it cannot be the hypotenuse, so the only side that is left as a hypotenuse of triangle AOP is side AP. So we divide the side that is in front of angle alpha, that is OP, by the hypotenuse of triangle AOP. The hypotenuse of triangle AOP is AP. So sinus alpha equals to OP over AP. Okay, now we will focus on triangle the right triangle ACM. Sinus alpha in this triangle equals to the ratio between the side that is in front of angle alpha, that is to say side CM of triangle ACM, divided by the hypotenuse of triangle ACM. As you can see here, side CM of triangle ACM is perpendicular to side AM, so the only side that is left as hypotenuse is side AC. So it is actually CM over AC. That is the hypotenuse of the right triangle ACM. Okay, CM over AC. So in total we got that sinus alpha equals to OP over AP, that equals to CM over AC. Now we will define that AP will be equal to X. So AP equals to X. I write it here, AP equals to X according to our definition. So PB will be equal to AB minus AP. AB is 90 units and AP is X. So it is 90 minus X. Because it is AB that is 90 minus AP. PB equals to AB that is 90 minus AP that is X. So it is 90 units minus X equals to PB. Okay? So we can write that PB equals to 90 minus X but we know that AC is given to us. AC equals to 70 units. It is given us in the question that AC equals to 70 units, and OP equals to R according to what we understand, that AP is equal to R. It is the radius of the circle. OP equals to R, yes? OP equals to R. So here we'll copy this equality and remark this equality as equation 1. So equation 1 is OP over AP equals to CM over AC. So actually copied this equality and I mark it as equation 1. OP over AP equals to CM over AC. But as you can see here, AP equals to X, OP equals to R, and AC equals to 70. So we can substitute OP by R. We can substitute AP by X because AP equals to X, and we can substitute AC by 70 because AC equals to 70. Okay, so in equation 1 we substitute OP by R because OP equals to R. We substitute AP by X because AP equals to X. We leave CM as it is, and we will substitute AC by 70 because AC equals to 70. Okay, again, we substituted OP by R, AP by X, and AC by 70. In the next step, we will multiply both sides of the equation by X. Actually, it is allowable to multiply both sides of the equation by X because X can never be 0. X is defined as AP. So it must be a positive number. So it is allowable to multiply both sides of the equation by X. We will get that R equals to CM over 70 times 6. Okay, after we multiply both sides of the equation by X, we got that R divided by X times 6 equals to R, and CM over 70 times 6 equals to CM over 70 times 6. Now we will divide both sides of the equation by CM. Again, CM is the perpendicular to side AB of the triangle. It must be a positive number. It can never be 0, so it is allowable to multiply to divide both sides of the equation by CM. So here we divided both sides of the equation by CM. R divided by CM equals to R over CM, and CM over 70 times 6 divided by X, or X divided by X equals to 1, so X is cancelled, so we left with only X over 70, because X divided by X is equals to 1, so we left only with CM over 70. So this is our first equation, CM over R over CM equals to X over 70. Okay, now we will move to other side. We look at sinus beta, the value of sinus beta, when we focus on two triangles, the first triangle will be the right triangle EMB, and the right triangle CMB. Okay. First of all, we will look at triangle EPB, this right triangle. Actually, in this right triangle, sinus beta equals to the ratio between the side that is in front of beta, that is to say PE, because in triangle PEB, side A PE is in front of angle beta, so it is PE over the hypotenuse of triangle PB, that is to say is PB, because as you can see from the picture, PE, side PE of the triangle PEB is perpendicular to side EB. So those sides are the perpendiculars of the triangle PEB. So the side that is the hypotenuse of triangle, the right triangle PEB, is side PB. Okay, so sinus beta equals to PE over PB. And if we will focus on triangle C, the right triangle CMB, sinus beta will be this right triangle. Sinus beta will be the side that is in front of angle beta. The side of in triangle CMB that is in front of angle beta is side CM, divided by the hypotenuse of the right triangle CMB, and the hypotenuse of the right triangle CMB is CB, because as you can see from the picture, CM, side CM and MB are perpendiculars to each other, so those are the sides that are the perpendiculars of the right triangle, and this side CB, is the hypotenuse of triangle CMB. Okay, so in total we got that sinus beta equals to PE over PB, that equals to CM over CB. Okay, so now we will copy this equality and we will create the second equation. So PE over PB equals to CM over CB. Okay, I copied this equality and called it second equation. PE over PB equals to CM over CB. Okay, but as you can see from the picture, PB is the radius of the circle, so PE is the radius of the circle, so we can write down that PE equals to R. And PB equals to 90 minus 6 because it is AB that is 90 minus AB that is X. So PB equals to 90 minus 6. And CB is given to us in the question. CB equals to 50 units. We write it here. CB equals to 50 units. So PE equals to R, PB equals to 90 minus 6, and CB equals to 50 units. Now we'll substitute PE by R because PE equals to R. We'll substitute PB by 90 minus 6 because PB equals to 90 minus 6. And we'll substitute CM by 50 because CB equals to 50, or 50 units. Okay, we'll do it now. Instead of PE, we write R over PB, PB equals to 90 minus 6. We leave CM as it is, and CB equals to 50 units. Again, we substituted PE by R because PE equals to R. We substituted PE by 90 minus 6 because PB equals to 90 minus 6, and we substituted CB by 50 because CB equals to 50. Now we'll divide both sides of the equation by CM. It is allowable to divide both sides of the equation by CM because CM is the perpendicular to AB, and it is a positive number, it can never be 0. Okay? We'll get that R over CM times 90 minus 6. So we divided both sides of the equation by CM. CM divided by CM equals to 1. Yes, so we have here CM over 50. CM divided by CM is 1, and so we have actually 1 over 50. Okay, because we have also 50 in the denominator. We have 50 in the denominator. So CM over 50 divided by CM equals to 1 over 50. And R over 90 minus 6 divided by CM equals to R over CM times 90 minus 6. Now we will multiply both sides of the equation by 90 minus 6. It is allowable because actually X is less than 90 because X is AP and AB is 90. AB is greater than X, so AB minus 6, so 90 minus 6 is the same, is a positive number, it can never be 0, so it is allowable to multiply both sides of the equation by CM. Okay, so we'll do it now. We get that So here we multiply both sides of the equation by Cm. So 1 over 50 times Cm equals to we multiplied both sides of the equation by 90 minus 6. So 1 times 50 times 90 minus 6 equals to 90 minus 6 over 50, and R over Cm times 90 minus 6 divided by 90 minus 6 equals to R over Cm, because 90 minus 6 is cancelled, because we have 90 minus 6 both in the numerator and in the denominator, so 90 minus 6 is cancelled, and we're left with R over Cm. So in the second equation, we got that R over Cm equals to 90 minus 6 over 50, but we know from the first equation that R over Cm equals to x over 70. So I'll write the first equation below the second equation. So we have two equations. The expression R over Cm. The second equation is R over Cm equals to 90 minus 6 over 50. And the first equation is R over Cm equals to x over 70. So we'll create now the third equation that states actually that R over Cm equals to R over Cm. Okay, R over Cm equals to R over Cm. And now we'll substitute R over Cm in this side of the equation by the value of R over Cm in the second equation, and the value of R over Cm in the second equation is 90 minus 6 over 50. So we'll substitute R over Cm by 90 minus 6 over 50, and we'll substitute R over Cm in this side of the equation by the value of R over Cm in the first equation, that is to say x over 70. So we'll substitute almost R over Cm in this side of the equation by x over 70. Okay? Again, we substituted R over Cm by the value of R over Cm in the second equation, that is to say 90 minus 6 over 50, and we substituted R over Cm in this side of the equation by the value of R over Cm in the first equation, that is to say x over 70. Okay. Now we will multiply both sides of the equation by 50. Okay, we multiply both sides of the equation by 50, so x over 70 times 50 equals to 50 times 6 over 70, and 90 minus 6 divided by 50 times 50 equals to 90 minus 6 equals 50 divided by 50, 50 equals to 1. Now we'll multiply both sides of the equation by 70. And get that okay, we multiplied both sides of the equation by 70, so 50x, so x times 50 divided by 70 times 70 equals to 50x. 70 cancelled because 70 over 70 equals to 1, and here 90 minus 6 times 70 equals to 70 times 90 minus 6. Now we'll divide both sides of the equation by 10. So we divided both sides of the equation by 10. 70 divided by 10 equals to 7, so it is 7 times 90 minus 6, and 50 divided by 10 equals to 5, so it is, instead of 50x it will be 5x. Now we will open the brackets in this side of the equation. So we open the brackets here. 7 times 90 equals to 630, and 7 times minus 6 equals to minus 7x, and here we have 5x, so here we add 7x to both sides of the equation. We added 7x to both sides of the equation, so 730 minus 7x plus 7x equals to 630 minus 7x plus 7x equals to 630, and 5x plus 7x equals to 12x. Here we divide both sides of the equation by 6. So we divided both sides of the equation by 6. 630 divided by 6 equals to 105, and 12x divided by 6 equals to 2x. Okay, but we also know we defined AP as x. According to our definition, AP equals 2x, yes? So we write in the fourth equation that AP equals 2x according to our definition. If AP equals 2x, 2 times AP equals to 2 times 6. Very simple. Okay? So, here in the third equation we have 2x equals to 105, and in the fourth equation we have 2 times 6 equals to 2 AP. So we combine both those equations to the fifth equation. So we created in the fifth equation the combination of equation 3 and 4, because according to the third equation 2 times 6 equals to 105. It is written in the fifth equation that 2 times 6 equals to 105, and according to the fourth equation 2 times 6 equals to 2 times AP. So we can add in the fifth equation that 2 times 6 equals to 2 times AP according to the fourth equation. Okay, so at the end we got the equality that 2 times AP equals to 105 for 105 units. Okay, we got the equality that 2 times AP equals to 105 units. Okay, we got this equality that 2 times AP equals to 105 units, and actually that is the answer to our question. To find out the value of 2 times AP, and we got that 2 times AP equals to 105 units. So I'll add here units. So 2 times AP equals to 105 units. So the value of 2 times AP here is 105 units, or the size of 2 times AP is 105 units. Okay, so now I've summarized the lecture. Actually, we wanted to find out the value of 2 times AP, and we have here triangle ABC. Side AC of the triangle is 70 units, side AB is 90 units, and side CB of the triangle is 50 units. It is given us in the question. And we have a circle. The center of this circle is point P. Point P is the center of the circle, and also point P is situated on side AB of the triangle. And we have two tangents to this circle, The first tangent is AC. AC is tangent to this circle at point O, and CB is also tangent to this circle at point E. And we connected points P and O together. PO is the radius of the circle, and we connected also points P and E together. PE is the radius of the circle, and we actually have a rule that in any circle a radius and the tangent to that radius are perpendicular to each other. So if we have a radius and the tangent to that radius, then they are perpendicular to each other. That is to say, R is perpendicular to T. That is to say, this angle is 90 degrees and also this angle is 90 degrees. So we can implement rule 1 in our circle, because we have here radius PO, that is, and a tangent to this radius, that is actually AC is tangent to the radius, yes, to the radius of P. So for that reason, according to rule number 1, PO, the radius of the circle, is perpendicular to the tangent AC. That is to say, angle POA equals to 90 degrees and also angle POC equals to 90 degrees. That is the meaning of the fact that PO is tangent to AC. It means that it creates 90 degrees between it and the tangent. So angle POA is 90 degrees and also angle POC is 90 degrees. And for the same reason, we have here radius PE and the tangent to this radius, that is side CB of the triangle. So according to rule number 1, the radius is tangent to the is perpendicular to the tangent CB. That is to say, angle PEC equals to 90 degrees and also angle PEB equals to 90 degrees. Okay, in any circle, a radius and the tangent to that radius are perpendicular. That is to say, this angle is 90 degrees, this angle is 90 degrees, and the same thing is here. This angle is 90 degrees and this angle is 90 degrees. Okay, and in the next step we actually draw a perpendicular to side AB of the triangle. That is to say, angle CMB equals to 90 degrees and also angle CMA equals to 90 degrees. Actually, we have here 4 right triangles. Triangle AOP is right triangle, triangle ACM is right triangle, triangle BMC is right triangle, and triangle PEB is right triangle. Okay, so we actually defined angle BAC as angle alpha and angle ABC as angle beta, and we defined AP as X, so PB equals to 90 minus 6, and then we actually related to the right triangle AOP and the right triangle ACM. Sinus beta in the right triangle AOP equals to OP over AP, and if we relate to the right triangle ACM, sinus alpha equals to CM over AC. Okay, so in total we got the equality that sinus alpha equals to OP over AP, that equals to CM over AC. So we copied this equality here, we called it equation 1. We know that PB equals to 90 minus x, AP equals to x, and AC equals to 70, so we put all that data in equation 1, and we got that R, in the first equation, that R over CM equals to x over 70. Then we created the second equation. We looked on this side of the triangle at angle beta, and we focused on triangles E and B, the right triangle E and B, and triangle C and B. We know that in triangle E and B, sinus beta equals to EP over PB, and in triangle C and B, sinus beta equals to CM over CB. So in total we got that sinus beta equals to P over PB, that equals to CM over CB. We copied this equation and we called to this equation equation number 2. PE over PB equals to CM over CB. But we know that PE equals to R, PB equals to 90 minus x, and CB equals to 50 units. It is given us in the equation. So we can put all the data in equation number 2, and at the end we got that in the second equation that R over CM equals to 90 minus 6 over 50, but from the first equation we know that R over CM equals to x over 70. So we can create the third equation that states that R over CM equals to R over CM. And in the third equation, we substitute R over CM in this side of the equation by the value of R over CM in the second equation, that is to say 90 minus 6 over 50, and we substituted R over CM in this side of the equation for the value of R over CM in the first equation, that is to say x over 70. So in total we got that 90 minus 6 over 50 equals to x over 70. And it is very simple equation, one variable. The only one variable is variable x, with one equation only. And at the end we got that from the third equation that 2 times x equals to 105, but according to our definition AP equals to x. So we can write the fourth equation that AP equals to x. So 2 times AP equals to 2 times x. So we can create the fifth equation, because from the third equation we know that 2 times x equals to 105, and from the fourth equation we know that 2 times x equals to 2 times AP. So we can add here that 2 times x equals also to 2 times AP. So at the end we got the equality that 2 times AP equals to 105, and this is the final answer to the question, that 2 times AP equals to 105 units. 2 times AP equals to 105 units, and that is the answer to the question. The value of 2 times AP, or the size of 2 times AP, equals to 105 units. Okay, thank you very much.